COVID-19 pandemic and the containment measures have caused a profound breakdown of global economic activity, with potentially far-reaching longer-term implications for the way businesses are organized. Faced with the need to reduce the spread of the virus, governments worldwide introduced strict lockdown measures and required social distancing. For many companies, the introduction of teleworking, working from home, remote work, or telecommuting was the only way to maintain the business open and avoid furloughing or laying off staff. If companies were quite fast in adopting the necessary infrastructures and approaches, not all the workers were ready and prepared for home working. Whether you are self-employed handling different tasks for different clients remotely or work for a single company, you won't just be productive because you are working from home. It needs lots of discipline, self-sacrifice, and commitment to ensure that you don't lose focus of what it is you want to achieve. People reacted in different ways and have reported personal difficulties as well as the practical solutions that have been put in place. In Italy in 2020, the health emergency led to 8.8 million employees working remotely with a share of 40%, while before the pandemic this way of working only concerned 11%. In the Czech Republic during the first wave of the epidemic in spring 2020, 23% of employees worked from home. After the pandemic, in enterprises with 10 or more employees in 2021, working from home was 12%. In Latvia, remote workers accounted for about 20% of the total number of employees in the second quarter of 2020, whereas after the emergency only 8.9% of employees worked remotely. Being asked to list the main obstacles to overcome during the remote working experience, more than one-third of the sample considered communication with colleagues as the most relevant one, followed by family distractions and inadequate working space. In general, the shared perception was that remote working is quite challenging and over time, when not properly managed, can have many negative impacts with direct effects on productivity and stress. On the other hand, those who succeed in organizing their new work environment have highly appreciated the working time flexibility, the amount of time saved going to work, and the better management of work-life-family balance. As for practical solutions adopted, the most common have been: work with the same commitment as in the office, not changing work habits substantially. Create a proper physical space isolated from the normal home distractions. Daily schedule of activities, task timeline, discipline, priority setting. Technically adapt equipment for a comfortable working environment. Plan also breaks and free time with family members during the day. Start every morning with a briefing session with managers and colleagues. And this project is exactly meant to provide basic indications and hints on how to better cope with and profit from remote working, to become really smart.